Just about set for football now from Raymond James Stadium in Tampa. Today, NFC South rivals collide. It's the Carolina Panthers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. A welcome to you, Mike Tirico, along with Greg Olson. Chase McLaughlin set to get it started. And off we go from Tampa. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So the Panthers led out by their quarterback, Bryce Young. Shaky rookie year, but the back end of his second year, Greg, very effective for the man who was the #1 overall pick out of Alabama in 2023.
And he's really had an up and down start to his NFL career, and he's always going to be viewed, fair or unfairly, through the lens of that blockbuster trade that Carolina made to acquire him with the first overall pick. So that's going to be the lens. C.J. Stroud wins Rookie of the Year, and Bryce Young has a disappointing rookie season. But then you look at last year, Mike, only a year later, the back half of the season, Bryce Young looked like the first overall pick in the draft. So if they get that version of Bryce Young now in year 3, this Carolina Panthers team can compete in their division, and I think they can make some noise come the end of the year.
That last run lost a yard, setting up 2nd and 11. Oh, maybe a free play as he'll look to throw it. That's taken in. It's Xavier Legette. And what an effort after the catch. He goes all the way. 75 yards. Touchdown, Carolina.
Offside, defense. That penalty is declined.
Ryan Fitzgerald now to add the extra point. He knocks it through. Panthers will take a 7-0 lead.
7. Buccaneers, nothing.
Following the touchdown, it is Fitzgerald to send this one away. On the return is Sean Tucker. Get across the 20, mark him at the 22-yard line. So the Buccaneers come out, and Baker Mayfield leads them out. He has found a spot to be very comfortable. The former #1 overall pick out of Oklahoma, who turned 30 in the offseason, and has done a nice job with the Buccaneers the last few years.
Now, this is the type of quarterbacks that just give defensive coordinators nightmares. They stay up all night thinking, okay, what is the best way to defend him? Do we treat him as a runner? Do we treat him as a passer? And I think that's really where the most stress comes in, Mike, is you want to make sure you don't let him kill you with his legs downfield as a runner, but it's also his ability to extend plays as a passer that really creates a lot of stress on your back-end coverage, and that's where those big plays can come. So it's a big challenge. They know it, and we'll find out early on what the plan is.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's 2nd and 4. They go play action with Mayfield. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Even though it doesn't result in a sack, when you dial up the right pressure at the right time, Mike, sometimes that's all it takes to lead to that incompletion. The timing is just a little off between the quarterback and his intended target, and the ball falls incomplete.
That's caught. It's Evans. And a big strike for good yardage there all the way up to midfield.
It's a gain of 22
They get 22 yards there. It's a first down for Tampa Bay.
Evans. First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
Here's Mayfield working from the pistol. Down the field, it's Evans. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
That's another.
They'll have a first down. It's a gain of 28.
First and 10.
And it's hardly an exaggeration when I say, Mike, that he's probably one of the most difficult individual assignments in the entire league. It's like playing football against that really good kid in your neighborhood. He's just hard to cover. And plays like this, it just shows how special he can be.
He'll try to get back to the line, but he's not happening. Going to lose a yard.
Brings up second and 11.
So there's multiple factors, Mike, that make blitzes successful. So, of course, there's the initial design. Can you attack the vulnerabilities of the offense's blocking scheme? And then in this case, the next phase is the timing. You can see this linebacker knew exactly when that ball was going to be snapped. The offensive line had no chance to identify and pick him up, and he's able to bring him down for a loss.
He was trying to fit that one into Mike Evans. Third down coming up.
He's usually such a reliable target in the passing game, Mike. We just don't see him struggle to come down with catches like that all too often. And when you're one of the go-to guys on your team, I know the hit's coming, but guess what? It feels a lot better after you take that hit after a catch than it does after a drop. I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
On fourth down, Chase McLaughlin in for the Bucs. This will be an even 40-yard attempt. McLaughlin's kick is good. And the Buccaneers are on the board. It's 7-3.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
He'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Panthers offense going to take over now for the second time. The lead sits at 4. So they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with first and 10. On the ground, it's Dowdle. And he'll get about 5.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. It's a gain of 5. Brings up second and 5.
From the 34-yard line, here's second down and 5. From the gun, it's Young. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And it looks like he's going to come up just short of the first down. Out of bounds, a yard shy of what they needed. They'll have to pick it up on third down.
So anytime you decide to blitz, the hope is that the secondary can hold up long enough to allow the extra pressure guys to get to the quarterback. But when you don't get to the quarterback and he's able to get the ball on time and in rhythm, there are holes in the back end, and they're able to pick up the first down.
A gain of 3 yards. That's good for a Panthers first down.
And these are the tough yards you judge a back by, Mike. We used to say to our backs, hey, even if we don't block everyone, you've got to be your own blocker. Like, you have to find a way to get 1 yard and keep this drive alive. And I think he's able to pick up that first down by about a yard or 2.
And he will go all the way. Rico Dowdle. Touchdown, Panthers. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. That back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
On now is Fitzgerald for the PAT. The kick is good. And the Panthers extend their advantage to 14-3.
Buccaneers 3.
Following the touchdown, it is Fitzgerald to send this one away. On the return, here comes Tucker. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. The Bucs offense ready for their second possession. They'll try to establish some tempo as they start this one with 1st and 10. Off the play fake, it's Mayfield. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down. Now Dave Canales has reached for the red challenge flag, and they'll get a second look. 13 yards to start that drive, and a quick first down. At issue, was he able to stay in bounds? The NFL rules, you're looking for either 2 feet or a body part that is not a hand to be down with possession of the ball. No bobbling, the ball not moving around. He has control, so that's what the referee is looking at here.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So the challenge is unsuccessful, and he's going to have to be careful here because he has just 1 challenge for the remainder of the game. Mayfield to throw it here on first down. Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete. Chris Godwin, the receiver he was looking for. It's 2nd down.
Initially, a nice job by the receiver. He actually was open downfield. He was able to get behind the defense, but the window closed up so quickly they couldn't get the ball to him. Prevents the big play.
2nd down throw for Mayfield. He'll find the rookie out of Ohio State, Emeka Egbuka. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
A gain of 15 yards.
A gain there of 15. Good for a Buccaneers first down.
10 at the 42-yard line.
And that's a nice grab for his first catch of the game, Mike. And he's someone that the play caller has told us he wants to get him early touches, get him a feel for the game. A nice job there making that happen.
Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Christian Roseboom. He gets through to drop him, and it's a loss of 4.
At the 47-yard
And these are the
line.
type of splash plays that can have an impact, especially as the game goes on. So offensive line has to do a better job to make sure that they have this protection shored up and that this isn't a sign of things to come.
So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14. From the gun, it's Mayfield. That's over the middle and caught by Ibuka. And he's going to be taken down right at the 25-yard line.
It's a gain of
2 times they've connected on this drive now. This one for 21 yards and a first down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
And he's brought down after a gain of a couple.
Irving, the ball carrier, brought down at the 23-yard line. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the 23, here's 2nd and 7. Out of the shotgun, Mayfield. Short throw there, pulled in by Evans.
That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5.
Here now, 3rd and 5. Mayfield to throw. Out right, catch made. That's Ibuka.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down. They bring their tight end right. They'll try and run for it. And he's going to have the Buccaneers first down as he pushes forward for a couple on 4th and inches.
This play should always end up converting a 4th down, especially at this distance. But you can't tell me there weren't some nerves on that sideline as they sent that play in to snap it. But fortunately, nothing to worry about. The offense gets it done.
Right back to Irving. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
We got to see a little taste of just the range this defense can play with. How well they can flow outside as this play gets stretched out. No problem for them not only to track the runner down, but stop him before he gets back to the line.
2nd and 10. Now Mayfield. He'll step up and run, and he will get into the end zone. Baker Mayfield. Touchdown, Tampa.
Now remember back, like their first drive, they had to settle for 3. So they definitely didn't want to have to do that again. So really solid drive from start to end, and they're finally able to cap it off with a touchdown.
On is Chase McLaughlin for the extra point. He's got it. And the Bucs are back within 4. It is 14-10.
14. Buccaneers 10. Chase McLaughlin.
Here's McLaughlin now after the score. He'll kick this one away. On the return, here's Trevor Etienne. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. Here's the Carolina offense now as they head out to take over for their next possession. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and 10. They'll run without it. He'll burrow his way forward for a couple. The big defensive lineman, Vita Vea, on the stop.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
So, from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 8. Out of the shotgun, Young. That's to the rookie from Arizona, Tiburon McMillan. And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line.
It's a gain of 18.
They gain 18 yards on that one. It's a Carolina first down.
18 on the play.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass, get past the first down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can draw up all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
The pass intended for Xavier Legette. And it'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing is Young. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him.
Young sacked. A loss of 2 yards. And it's 3rd down. 3rd and 12.
So they'll talk over what to do on this 3rd down play as we have hit the end of the first quarter. The Panthers off to the early advantage. We'll have more from Tampa after this. Panthers football to begin this 2nd quarter. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Here's Young to throw as they face a difficult 3rd and 12. On the move past the 40. That's his 2nd catch on the drive. This one is good for 20 yards.
It's a gain of 20. That's good for a Panthers first down. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line.
And this is what can happen when you're so worried about protecting the sticks, Mike. You force them to throw the ball underneath, but then you've got to be able to rally the ball and tackle. But they weren't able to do it before he gets the line to gain, and he ends up picking up the first down anyway.
Young to throw on 1st and 10. They'll go right back to McMillan. Complete. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. That's catch 3 just on this drop. And it gets his team a first down.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
And that play going nowhere. The defense all over that one. They'll bring him down for a big loss.
So they go with the first down run, hoping to just get them some positive yards and get themselves into a good 2nd down situation, but now they find themselves in 2nd and long. So the more you give defenses the opportunity, Mike, to defend you one-dimensionally. So in this case, we're only playing you in the pass. It stresses your protection, it stresses your play caller, and ultimately, it stresses your quarterback. I think he just rushed that decision just a little bit downfield. I mean, it's one thing to trust your guy to make a play in tight coverage, but I think if he was a little bit more patient in his progression, there was an easier throw out there that wouldn't make him have to throw such a tight window ball and put his receiver in a tight spot.
And he's in. Tiburon McMillan. Touchdown, Carolina.
And what a fitting end to this drive, Mike. It only makes sense that he's the one that gets the ball in the end zone after making a handful of clutch plays prior to the touchdown. That was just a textbook example of one guy taking over the game.
Fitzgerald now for the extra point. His kick is good. Panthers are out to a 21-10 lead.
Buccaneers 10.
Following the touchdown, it is Fitzgerald to send this one away. Johnson now to return. Uh-oh. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. And that's where the offense will take over. Here's the Tampa Bay offense. They're going to take over once more. They'll look to make some inroads here. They're down 21-10 in this one as they come up on a first down. Baker gonna give it to Irvin. He'll push forward for about a yard. Christian Roseboom there on the tackle.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 25, here's 2nd down and 9. Now Mayfield. That's caught. It's Bucky Irvin. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 3.
Third down and 3. Mayfield. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And he will have the first down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
And a first down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Well, it wasn't the most exciting throw of the day, but I want you to watch, Mike, is the suddenness of the route runner. Change of speed, change of direction. Those are the qualities of great route runners, and this guy's certainly one of them.
That is caught wide on the RPO. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
13 yards on the play.
First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down.
We hear the term RPO so often, Mike, and it continues to kind of trickle its way into the NFL. But remember, it's a lot different in the NFL than it is in the college game where it's a lot more prevalent. The lineman cannot go downfield, so that quarterback has to make a lot of really fast snapshot decisions, or else it's going to lead to a penalty or him holding on to the ball too long. So it's something that teams want to implement, but maybe not quite to the level that we see in the college game. This is a really nice job of just finding a hole in coverage, Mike. And I used to say, hey, when you're open, stay open. That's the art of route running versus zone coverage. And it's a friendly target for the quarterback in space, and we're able to convert.
And he's going to be bottled up quickly after a gain of about 1. It's a Caleb Evans on the stop. From the 31, here's 2nd and 8. They'll go again here with Irvin. And he'll get forward for about a yard. Trayvon Merrick up to make the tackle.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
They need to get this to the 23. Here's 3rd down. Here's Mayfield. The ball's out. The Panthers have it. Inside the 30. And he is going to bring this one back. It is a fumble recovery for a defensive touchdown. Greg, what a terrible play for the offense. You're trying to gain some momentum. Here you not only lose the handle of the ball, you hand the defense 6 points.
And Mike, how often do we see that when a player loses the ball, his confidence is not far behind? And I think in this case, that's where the coaching comes in. Put your arm around him. Hey, we're giving you the ball in this next possession. We believe in you. They've got to get this player back into the flow of the game after that back-breaking turnover that led to the defensive touchdown.
On now is Fitzgerald for the PAT. It's up and good. And the Panthers tag on one more as they extend their second quarter lead. Following the touchdown, it is Fitzgerald to send this one away. Johnson now to return. And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. The Buccaneers offense about ready to take over once more. They'll try to get this a bit more respectable before the break. It has not been their half to this point. Let's see what they do on this drive. First down now. This is Irving, and he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
That's Ibuka in motion. Throwing on second down, Mayfield. He'll swing this out wide to Irving. And he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively. Bring him down for no gain. Here comes 3rd and 6. To throw is Mayfield. That's caught. It's Evans. 12 yards on that hookup. It's a first down for Tampa Bay.
That's good for a first down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
It's been a rough first half, but now as we approach halftime, Mike, you got to start getting some wins. And it could be something small like we just saw here. Some positive plays, build a little confidence on that sideline. So as you go into halftime, you have something to build on.
On first down, here's Irving. He'll get in behind his blockers, get forward for a pickup of 3. Nick Scott up from the secondary for the tackle.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
From the 43, here's 2nd and 6. On the handoff, it's Irving. And he'll take this ahead for a gain of about 5, and here comes 3rd down.
At his 48-yard line. Brings up 3rd down.
Two minutes remain here in this first half. Greg and I back from Tampa after a timeout. They don't need much. It is 3rd and inches. Throwing is Mayfield. Pass thrown deep for Godwin. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down.
So prior to that 3rd down call, Mike, I thought they put themselves in a pretty good situation at that down and distance. They had run and pass, both at their disposal, but nice job by the defense being up to the task. Forced the incomplete, brings up 4th down.
And this will go down as a punt inside the 20 as it continues out of bounds.
16-yard line.
The Panthers offense and receiver Teteroa McMillan set to take over once again. And seemingly every time they've looked his way in the first half, it's resulted in a big play that is borne out by those eye-popping numbers. Young to throw on first down. And that ball incomplete. Teteroa McMillan was the intended receiver. And it'll lead to a second down.
Here in the first half, we've seen nothing but connections from these two guys. I mean, they've come out completely on fire. So the defense finally gets a stop, and really the first time we've seen these guys be a little bit off.
In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. Now the Bucs will take their first time out. Talk things over before third down. From the gun, it's Young. And this drive is over before it can start. He's swallowed up to force fourth down. Timeout here, Tampa Bay. That is their second, as they'll discuss what's to come as fourth down is looming. On fourth down, Carolina going to send out Sam Martin to punt. Cameron Johnson deep to return this. This will be returned from just beyond midfield. And it's a good return here, able to take it across the 50. Set up the offense with a short field. The Bucs offense ready to see what they can do. They'll begin with great field position, a short field, in fact, as they start with a first down. Baker to throw. That's going to be incomplete. Very stout there. That's going to bring up second down.
And really what stands out to me the most in this first half, Mike, is just there's very little separation among these receivers downfield. The quarterback has to throw into a lot of tight windows, contested catches, and they continue to do a nice job separating the ball from the man.
Now, screen set up for Irving. Room to maneuver at the 35. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 25-yard line.
It's a gain of 20.
20-yard pickup there. Good for a Buccaneers first down.
At the 23-yard
And that
line.
first down was huge for this offense. Now they can take a deep breath. Focus on trying to put a late scoring drive together before we hit the halftime break.
Mayfield to throw on first and 10.
It's not the big play they were hoping for, but first down efficiency, staying ahead of the chains, is what every offense is trying to find, and it brings up a manageable second down.
Here comes second and 4. To throw is Mayfield. Godwin working the right side. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down. They are set up with first and goal.
Outbreaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
He's got his big tight end. Cade Otton. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Greg, it's the quarterback's best friend, and you were that guy for a lot of years. The tight end in a tight area with man coverage.
Yeah, and it's really twofold, Mike, right? First and foremost, we see so many of these tight ends around the league that now have gotten to the point where one-on-one matchups, that's advantage offense. But then even in the cases they don't create great separation, Mike, it's their size, their catch radius. It's such a friendly target for the quarterback that when things get tight in the red zone, they look to the tight end.
McLaughlin now for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Bucs are able to cut the deficit. It's now 28-17. Very little time remaining in this first half as this kick is away. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. To throw is Young. That one's hauled in left side by McMillan. Now a timeout for Carolina. That's going to be their second, as that'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Back to throw. Young. That's taken in, and it's Rico Dowdle. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a 1st down after a gain of 7.
We're starting to see this so often, Mike. The days of just having a running back who you're just going to turn around and hand it to, yes, that's still a critical part of NFL offensive football, but their ability to be used in the passing game. Just one more thing for the defense to have to defend. Make them go sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the end zone. Defend every blade of grass, and a really good running back goes a long way in doing that.
Oh, in trouble, and down he goes. So, halftime straight ahead, and we send it over to Scott Hansen, who has the EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the 3rd quarter as we're ready to kick off the 2nd half. Back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
Scott, thanks. No rest at the break for a couple of, I'm sure, weary defensive coordinators trying to figure out how to stop these offenses here in the 2nd half. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. To return is Tucker. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Buccaneers offense looking to get back to work as we begin this 3rd quarter. The deficit is double digits, so work to do as they begin this drive with 1st and 10. Off the play fake. It's Mayfield. Open man downfield. That's Godwin. A great connection there. They're going to bring it down inside the 35-yard line. A big one there to start the 2nd half. 41 yards.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
And a good job following his blockers. A gain of 7. It'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
On the ground, it's Irvin. His defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
The line of scrimmage.
And they've really done a nice job defensively holding them in check. I mean, ideally, you'd want your back to average around 4 yards a pop, but they're falling short of that threshold as of now, and partially it's why they find themselves trailing at this stage in the game.
That's caught. Inside. It's complete. And he will get into the end zone. Mike Evans. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
Mayfield to the line. The Bucs will try for 2.
The Bucs will set up for the
On the bootleg, he'll look to throw. That's going to be incomplete. That would have been a tough grab. The collision jarred it loose. The try for 2 is unsuccessful. Here's McLaughlin now. After the score, he'll kick this one away. To return is Hubbard. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The Panthers offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. The lead is 5 as they're going to start with this first down. He'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down.
He was tackled at the 27-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
Here's a carry for Dowdle. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
Out of the shotgun, Young. And that is incomplete.
And barring an aggressive decision here on 4th down, it just seemed like a really wasted possession to go 3 and out, not able to pick up a single first down. Not only do you not able to gain any field position advantage, it really takes a lot of the wind out of your sails as you find yourself jogging off the field and the punt team coming on.
A fair catch. He's going to call it and take it right around his own 30-yard line. The veteran Mike Evans, he's heading back out onto the field with the rest of the Tampa Bay offense. The deficit is 5, so they'll try to put a drive together here, and they'll begin it with 1st and 10. Tight end, the motion man to the right. Here's Irving, and he'll work this forward to the 35. Trevin Wallace in on the tackle.
Down at the 35-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
It is 2nd and 6. They'll run it. It's Irvin. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on 3rd down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on 1st and 2nd down to gain positive yards. Stay on track because you don't want to be in 3rd and pass too often in today's NFL.
He is hit before he can get rid of it, and down he goes.
These pass rushers, they love these situations where they can just pin their ears back and go after the quarterback. They knew they had a chance to put an end to this drive, and they didn't let it go to waste.
The Buccaneers getting their punter out there as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Now fair catch called, and he's going to take it out beyond the 25-yard line. The Panthers offense getting set to get back to work. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. In motion comes the tight end, Evans. They'll run here. The former Canadian track star, Chuba Hubbard, will take it. And a good piece of running there. He'll get about 9 yards past the 35-yard line. Play is stopped for a moment. It is an injured Carolina Panther on the field. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Throw to the right flat. It is caught. And he's going to be run out after a gain of about 6, but that'll be good enough for a 1st down.
So there's a saying in the NFL, Mike, short throw, long catch, and that's exactly what they wanted to go with here. Operate in the quick game, don't stress the protection, and while he didn't get necessarily the big play, he does get enough to move the chains.
Off the play fake. Here's Young. The catch made by McMillan. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
And he's not going to be able to get away. Good defense on the perimeter. It'll be a loss of yardage.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped, and that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league, and it results in a negative play.
Throwing on 2nd down, Young. Now a screen set up for Dowdle. And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield.
Got to get their linemen out in front of him, so either the linemen need to go faster or the back just needs to be more patient. But either way, they're just not in sync on that screen pass.
McMillan, the man in motion. From the gun here on 3rd down, it's Young. Looking down the field, but that ball's incomplete.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
On now is the punt team for the Panthers. And he couldn't get that one to check up. It'll keep bouncing into the end zone. It's a touchback. Baker Mayfield and the Bucs ready to get back to work. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now, they're trying to keep it going. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run with Irvin. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. Out right, catch made. That's Ibuka. And mark him down up beyond the 30.
13 yards on the
Call
play.
it a gain of 13. It's a 1st down for Tampa Bay.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Handoff as they try to run it here. And that'll go for a gain of about 4. Nick Scott up from the secondary for the tackle.
35-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
From the 35, here's 2nd and 6. They'll stick with him again. And that one going to be closed down in the backfield. Great defensive play. Knifing it and dropping him for a loss.
You know, anytime you're talking about an interior defensive lineman, it's always easy to talk about his size and his strength. But what stands out to me, Mike, is his ability to move his feet, turn those hips, get penetration in the backfield, and take the running back down for a loss.
Got a man! It's Ibuka! Complete! 2 receptions for him on this drive. This one good for 16 yards.
16 yards. Complete to Emeka Ibuka. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
So here's a play, Mike, that is clearly designed to attack the middle third of the field. So think it's roughly the space between the numbers. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And once he understood where his leverage was and he gets his head around, great job by the quarterback on time, delivering a strike.
This one on target to Godwin. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. That's 13 more on that play. And quickly, another 1st down.
39-yard line.
Well, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs. Pre-snap, the quarterback really liked this man matchup on his running back. He's thinking the speed of the back and the flat can run away from that defender, so give him a lot of credit. The speed and awareness to keep up with him and bring him down for no gain.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun. Mayfield. That's going to be incomplete, and the clock will stop. Likely one more play in this 3rd quarter.
And 10 yards.
I got high
go.
standards for offensive players, but in this case, Mike, I think I'm giving all the credit to the defender. He timed that one up perfectly, and what could have been an easy play ends up as an incomplete.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Mayfield. And that'll be incomplete. What turns out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So we get to a pressure kick, and here's Chase McLaughlin. This to get back within a field goal. And this one is off the mark. It is no good. And the deficit will stay right where it is.
You know, the hardest part about these missed kicks, Mike, is for all the guys that work so hard to put the ball in position to come away with points. You kind of trot off the field. You're hoping that next possession has a different result.
They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll get about 6 there, setting up second down.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense, and that's exactly what they've been able to do.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 4. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
You know, at this point, the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
That one too far out in front. It is incomplete. Tommy Tremble, the tight end, the man he was looking for there. And that'll set up 4th down.
You know, there's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this is one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
Trying for the old school coffin corner. That's pretty close out of bounds. They're going to mark it at the 5-yard line. Well done. Baker Mayfield and the Bucs ready to get back to work. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. Start on the ground, and that'll be a pickup of 3.
Brought down at his own 8-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Second and 7. From the gun, it's Mayfield. Gets this one into the hands of his receiver, Godwin. Well, he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
3rd and 2.
That's Ibuka in motion. Now, on 3rd and 2, they'll try and throw for it, and that is incomplete. Emeka Ibuka, the intended receiver. And now it's 4th down.
That's just a brutal miss, especially on 3rd down. I mean, if he delivers a good ball, Mike, that's a completion, 1st down, and this drive is alive. And I think he just tried to be a little too perfect, and he overshoots his target, and he's not there in time to reel it in.
Now fair catch, signal for, and made here at about the 43-yard line. The Panthers offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. It's a 3 tight end look as they have it 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Dowdle. Look at him go! And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout touch. Rico Dowdle. Touchdown, Panthers. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter, get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Fitzgerald now for the extra point. It's up and through. Panthers will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter.
23.
Following the touchdown, it is Fitzgerald to send this one away. On the return, here comes Tucker. He'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop. The veteran Mike Evans, he's heading back out onto the field with the rest of the Tampa Bay offense. And he's looking to finish strong. He has been unquestionably the star of the show, as they have just absolutely had no answer on the defensive side of the ball. So 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Throwing is Baker. Quick throw here is complete. That's a nice pickup on a first down throw. It's a gain of 8.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this soft zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
From the 34 now, it's 1st and 10. The pistol, it's Mayfield. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
2nd and 10.
Sometimes it's those footsteps. I don't care how long you've been playing or at what level you've been playing at, and that defender's bearing down. You really get a good idea what guys are willing to go through contact to secure a catch, and in this case, what guys are unwilling.
Throwing on 2nd down, Mayfield. There's that man again. Another catch.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. Now Mayfield. He's got a man. That's the tight end, Otten. 13 yards on that pass play. Good for a Buccaneers first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Okay, so now you pick up that first down, Mike, but now there needs to be a sense of urgency. You know you need to score twice. So this one, ideally for the offense, results in a touchdown. But either way, this first score of the 2 needed needs to be fast, because you need every possession you can here late in the fourth quarter.
That one incomplete. The defender right there to make the play, and it's 2nd down.
It's now 2nd.
I feel like their quarterback, for the most part, has looked pretty solid. I mean, it's everybody else that seems to have let him down with the drop balls and the mistakes. That's really what's killing these drives.
We'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Back to the air. It's Mayfield. That's over the middle of the tight end, Otten. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
That's another
2nd time they've connected on this drive. 19 yards out of this one. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Throwing is Mayfield. Over the middle, that's Godwin. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line. Going to stop this here for injury. One of the Buccaneers is down. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Down at the 12. It's first and 10. Working from the shotgun, he'll hand this one off. And the strength on display, rambling through tacklers for a gain of 8 yards.
At the 4-yard line. It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and a yard.
A good spot here, second and a yard. To throw is Mayfield. Now, screen set up for Irving. And they'll stop him just short of the goal line, but they are going to have enough to convert. It's going to be first and goal.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point, and now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that after this long drive would be a bit of a letdown.
Trying to find a crease in that mass of humanity, but he's going to come up short.
Leads to second.
This defense is able to get the hold here on first down, Mike, but they might have to do it 3 more times. I think if I'm this offense, I'm saying this is 4-down territory. I've got 3 more shots to gain 1 yard. Here you go.
And he will score. Game on. Baker Mayfield. Touchdown, Tampa. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
On comes McLaughlin to add the PAT. He gets it to go, and the Buccaneers have cut the deficit to 5.
Panthers 35, Buccaneers 30.
So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a 1-score game as they kick it away. To return is Hubbard. A good return as he takes it across the 30. The Panthers offense and running back Rico Dowdle getting set for this next drive. And it's hard to believe you could run the ball a whole lot better than he has. The vision, the cutback ability, the acceleration, the stats. It has all been on display throughout. What more could you ask for on first down? Nice run of 8, setting up second and short.
And he's been on an absolute tear throughout this entire game, Mike. I mean, he's averaging over 10 yards per carry. And anytime you can run the ball with that explosiveness, it's just going to be hard to beat.
On the toss, they'll run. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play. And now the defense is going to take their first time out. Remember, they get an extra one built in with the 2-minute warning coming up momentarily. This crowd into it now as we get to third down. We're going to put a man in motion to the right. From the gun, it's Young. Open man, right side. He's got it. The defense uses its second timeout here. And don't forget, clock to stop when we hit the 2-minute warning as well.
First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
Set to go now on first and 10. They'll run with Dowdle. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. And third and final timeout taken by the defense, so the 2-minute warning, the only clock stoppage they have left.
First down, Panthers.
Whole lot of extra muscle over there on the left side for this first and 10. On the bootleg, it's Young. He takes off, and he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now second and 6.
So 2 minutes left to play in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. Here's second and 6. Now give on the ground, and he'll pick his way forward. A gain of about 5. And that's going to set up third down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up third and inches.
Try to run for it with Hubbard. Trying to drive his way forward. I'm not sure he got there. Going to depend on the mark, but yeah, he's short. Short, and it's fourth down. So a big kick coming here for Ryan Fitzgerald. This to stretch the lead to a touchdown. And this one right down the middle. It's good. A big 3 points as they extend their fourth quarter lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
So now, after the field goal, Fitzgerald is back out there to send this one away. Johnson now to return. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The Buccaneers offense ready to get back to work. They'll do so with first and 10. They'll drop to throw. Godwin working the right side.
Mayfield's pass complete to Chris Godwin. 4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6 at the 27-yard line.
Second and 6 coming up. Mayfield to throw. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, like, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
To throw is Mayfield. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's fourth down.
They desperately needed that one, Mike. Down here late, they've only got a few remaining snaps to go, and it puts all of the pressure of the game now on fourth down. Let's see what play call they have in a gotta-have-it situation. And right now, this quarterback needs to make his best throw in the biggest moment of the game.
He will have the conversion and more. And he is going to have a Bucs first down. It's a gain of 12 on fourth down.
Some teams just have a stronger appetite for being willing to go for fourth down tries, even on their side of the field, Mike, and we're seeing it so much more often. The days of just punting the ball back and forth and saying, hey, we're going to play good defense. Remember, the better your defense, that doesn't mean you should punt. The better your defense, the more chances you should take on offense.
They go right back to him. This catch good for 11 and a first down.
First and 10 at the
Once he saw the
50-yard line.
defense, he knew that outbreaking route was going to be there. All he had to do was wait for his guy to get to the spot and drop the ball right in the bucket near the sideline.
That's deep for the back of the end zone. And that is incomplete. They took the end zone shot of the final play. It's a heartbreaking finish, as this one will come to an end. So this one a win for the visiting Panthers. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. But in the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did, and that was the difference in this one. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long, everyone.